Hey, everybody, I'm Leon Thomas. Welcome to episode 3 of Wake Up Ambridge. Listen, I know it's a morning show. Sometimes when we say wake up, wake up, get the sleep out of your eyes, get yourself clean, go to work. No, 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 no. That's not what we're talking about here. We want you to wake up to all the good things, great things that are happening in Ambridge, Pennsylvania, and the area around it. There are so many good things happening. And here on Wake Up Ambridge, we want to talk about those things. Listen, if you know of something great that's going on in Ambridge or the area around Ambridge, let us know. I'd love to hear about it. Our company, the Leon Thomas Group, would love to hear about it. Send an email to our producer, who's an Ambridge native and Ambridge resident, Jay Rusenko. Send him an email. His email is Dr. J, the producer, Dr. J, the producer at gmail.com. You can email him or you can send me an email. My name again is Leon. Send it to Leon at the leonthomasgroup.com. That's our website on the screen, the leonthomasgroup.com. One of the things we're really proud of is we provide opportunities in production and broadcasting for students. If you know of a high school student, elementary student, middle school student that wants to be on the show or has an interest in broadcasting or anything related to it, make sure they contact us. But most importantly, let us know about individuals and businesses that are doing some hot things, some great things in Ambridge, Pennsylvania, and the area around it. We have a great show today. We're going to start our conversation with Borough Manager Mario Leone, and then we're going to talk to the owners and some of the folks that work at Altered Genius Brewing. Let's bring Mario on the screen. Mario, good morning.
Morning, Leon.
How's everything? What's happening good? Tell me
Great,
real
great.
quick, 10 seconds. How you doing? What's happening good?
Yeah. Well, things are really on fire, and saying that in a positive way, not a detrimental. Businesses opening like crazy. We just had two brand new restaurants open. A sushi place, Kangura. It's at 14th Street and Dus Avenue. They just recently opened, and then we have I believe it's called Tukasan. It's an Asian, Philippine infused restaurant with some really interesting dishes, boa bowls, and so the ethnic culinary palette of Ambridge is really expanding from an Eastern European, from pierogies to gyros and Italian food to Asian and other actually South American as well. We have numerous restaurants and markets that open in the South American cultures as well.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. A lot of good new restaurants. Things are happening there in Ambridge. When you mentioned pierogies, and I have a good friend that lives in Ambridge, and one of the things he used to tell me about when we were students at Robert Morris, and even after that, was pierogies, pierogies, pierogies. I'd never seen a pierogi
Yeah.
until I was at a grocery store in a city that many Pittsburghers are very contrary to because of a football rivalry. You probably know the name of that city. I'm not going to say it, but you can, Mario. What city am I talking about?
Baltimore.
I thought our producer would kind of beep that out, but yes, that's the one. That's the one. I'm in a supermarket and I see frozen pierogies. So I took a snapshot, took a picture and sent it to him. And he's like, "Don't you ever do that again. That's not a pierogi. You want a real pierogi, you come to Ambridge." So he made pierogies for me. Yeah, but that's changing here. What's causing the change? Why are so many different ethnicities, so many different restaurants coming into Ambridge? What do you think it is, Mario?
Yeah. Well, I'm honored to be on the show with the owners and managers of Alter Genius, and really, hats off to them, because I think they were, at least I'm going to provide the credit to them, that the pioneers for the transformation of Ambridge. They saw Ambridge as a town that they can start their microbrewery, and I think a lot of people, thought maybe they were crazy when they chose Ambridge, but I think they proved a lot of people wrong. And we have the second brewery that opened, and now a winery. There's some talk of a potential distillery. Yeah, so it's kind of been really crazy since they came on board, and I think Fermato's in 2 years that they've been in business, and just a lot happening.
Yeah. Oh, this is great. And for many businesses to want to be in Ambridge, that means that the borough itself has to be business friendly, right? And I've heard stories from other towns where folks want to come into those cities, they want to come into those areas, and the town makes it so hard to do business. So hats off to you too. You're doing something right that makes it easy for folks to want to come to Ambridge, right?
Yeah, I think I'm a small part of this change happening, but I'm surrounded by a great team, borough council. We've got great leadership all around. I think something that makes myself a little unique as a municipal manager is that I'm an entrepreneur myself. I'm a small business owner. So I've been in that space. I understand where business owners are coming from health inspections to building codes. I've experienced that myself, those hurdles, and I try to where we can lower the hurdle or remove it. That's my goal.
Uh, Great. And it's great. Thank you for doing that. I know the business owners in the area appreciate you doing that. And it's obvious that something good is happening. And you say it started all with Altered Genius, taking a chance and coming to Ambridge. And we're going to talk to them in just 1 minute. We're going to shift gears just for a second. We're going to talk a little football. It's not a sports show. It's not a sports show. It's not a sports show. But I just want to get your real quick prediction. You have the Steelers on Saturday going against the Baltimore Ravens. What are you thinking? What's going to be the score of the game? What's the outcome?
Well,
Let's hear it from you.
yeah, that's a tough one. As they've been playing the last 4 games, it's a little nerve wracking, and I'm not a big betting guy. But yeah, boy, predict the score. The defense hasn't been playing the way Pittsburgh fans would love them to be playing, and the offense that Baltimore has. I'm not that confident that Pittsburgh's going to put up a whole lot of points, so I want them to win. I'm going to say 24-21 Pittsburgh.
24-21 Pittsburgh. It's 9:38 East Coast time. You're watching Wake Up Ambridge. That's Borough manager Mario Leone. And he says the Steelers are going to win. I don't know. Maybe we'll come back next week and see. We'll run this little part of it right here that said, here's what the score is going to be. Maybe we'll do that. Before we bring our friends on from Altered Genius, I'd like our producer Jay Rusenko, Ambridge resident, Ambridge native, to come on with us. Three of us will talk for just a second, and then we'll bring our friends on from Altered Genius. Good morning, Dr. J. Good morning, Dr. J. Where is he? Where is he? Where is Dr. J? That's Dalen. Dalen, how are you?
Good morning.
Good morning, Dalen. We'll get to you later. I promise you're going to come back on the show. I promise you. Dr. J, how's he doing?
Great. How you doing?
I'm well. I'm well. Here it is, your third episode of the show that you wanted, Wake Up Ambridge. You got to be feeling good, huh?
I am. I'm excited about having more guests on. Second, fairly new business, the Altered Genius. Haven't been there yet, so I'm looking forward to going there. After snow quits falling, but I'm just excited about where this is going. How Ambridge is growing every month. Since I've been back.
Yeah, right on, right on. Well, thank you for the idea behind the show. And Mario, so let me ask you this. So you met Jay a couple of weeks ago, right, through email or however that all came together, and he says, "Hey, let's talk about some of the growth in Ambridge and everything." So that had to be a good thing too, that he had an idea and a resident native had an idea to do something for the town, right?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I was extremely excited when Jay approached us. This was something in the kind of works and small capacity in the borough, not being able to produce something like this. So when the opportunity presented itself, I jumped at it, and it just extremely excited for the borough. There's so much great happening, and how do you project that out to people that know? So this platform is awesome. As far as just for the listeners on the show here, the title "Wake Up Ambridge." I want people to know that Ambridge is 24/7. We're like a little mini New York City. We don't sleep really from a borough perspective. We got 24/7 police and fire. Our road department, obviously, with the weather outside, they were on standby since 9 p.m. last night, and I believe they came out around 5 a.m. this morning. So as far as the borough ourselves, we're 24/7. We're up all the time. But for the residents, this is awesome.
Right on. Dr. J, thanks again for
Thank you.
producing the show, for making everything work well. We appreciate what you do at the Leon Thomas Group, particularly in working with the students and interns that work with our company. And if you would like to be a part of the show, because Mario, check out what we're going to do. We're going to have a sports segment, a weather segment, and maybe even another local focus segment. We'd like students to be a part of that.
Absolutely.
So the appeal now is if you're a high school student, middle school, elementary, doesn't matter, college, and you'd like to have a great opportunity to be on the show, to have your own segment, maybe get in touch with me. The email is leon@theleonthomasgroup.com, or you can get in touch with Jay. His email address is drjaytheproducer@gmail.com. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a quick break. And when we come back from our break, we're going to have our friends on from Alter Genius. They'll be with us after we come back from break. You're watching Wake Up Ambridge, and the commercials that you're going to see are all designed by students and interns with the Leon Thomas Group. We'll be back in about 2 minutes.
Announcing the newest show from the Leon Thomas Group, Cooking with Kids in the Kitchen.
Each week, we're going to have kids on the show in their home kitchen, showing us their culinary expertise right here on Cooking with Kids in the Kitchen. If you know of a kid that would be great to have on Cooking with Kids in the Kitchen, contact Leon Thomas with the Leon Thomas Group.
His email address is leon@theleonthomasgroup.com.
That's leon@theleonthomasgroup.com.
Cooking with Kids in the Kitchen.
Water. It's everywhere. We drink it, we bathe with it, we cook with it. Coffee's made with water. Toilets won't flush without it. It's used for washing clothes, dishes, utensils, pots, pans, floors, and our teeth. Plants and crops need water, animals drink it, and fish need it too. And don't forget, we can have a lot of fun in the water. Water. What would we do without it?
Slow roasted over hickory fire and pulled by hand. This is the way pit pork has always been done. Pulled pork lovers, rejoice. The smoky old days are back at the Smoke Shack.
Baked by Brianna has been your Baltimore hometown bakery since 1969. Located in Roxton Plaza, Baked by Brianna. Visit bakedbybrianna.io.
I'm Leon Thomas with the Leon Thomas Group. Podcast, virtual events, webinars, streaming shows, and so much more. We want to be your partner in all things virtual.
Welcome back to Wake Up Ambridge. I'm your host, Leon Thomas. We're here with Borough Manager Mario Leone. Listen, Mario, one quick thing before we bring our friends on from Alter Genius. When were you at Ambridge as the borough manager when Alter Genius came to you and said we'd like to came to Ambridge? Were you there?
I was not. I was actually in Monaca Borough, and I thought they should have came to Monaca Borough at that time. Not Ambridge. I was one of those ones who thought they were crazy. So, but no, awesome to be here and partnering with them, and experiencing all the
Yeah.
growth in Ambridge together with them. So.
Yeah, right on. Let's bring our friends on from Alter Genius now. Let's bring them all on the screen, and we'll do an introduction once they're all with us. All right, welcome aboard. Hello, Michael, Donnie, Dalen, and Kelly. Give me a big group. Wake up, Ambridge. Let's hear it. 1, 2, 3.
Wake up, Ambridge.
Right on. Wow, that was pretty cool. Right on. So when I show up at your brewery and I walk through the door, that's the official greeting that you could give me. Right? Hey, is that
Yes.
Leon? Is that Leon? Is that Leon? You go, wake up, Ambridge. And I go, yeah. Right on. Thanks for being with us. We appreciate your time. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
So Michael and Donnie, you're the owners, right?
That's right.
And tell us about, let's see, and Kelly and Dalen, what's your title? Is it the brewmasters, or what do you call? What's your title there?
So I'm the manager. I manage.
You're the manager,
yeah,
okay.
I'm the manager. Mm-hmm.
All right.
The smooth
Dalen?
operator.
And I'm one of
that's on my card. Yeah.
Do you say
And
a
I'm one of
brew
the brewers.
hopulator? You're one of the brewers. What's that mean? Brew hopulator. Is that
No.
like a
We overlap there.
okay,
Yeah.
right on.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. So Michael and Donnie, tell me, where did the idea come from to have Alter Genius? Tell us about the background on the idea.
So like Mike was saying a little bit earlier when we were talking, we teach together. We've shared a classroom for like 7 years, and we both kind of like dabbled in homebrew. And then as we worked together, we talked about beer a lot, and kind of like pulled our resources and started getting a little bit more into the homebrew scene. And we kind of always talked about like what would it be like if we could open our own brewery or whatever. Thought it was just like a just silly dream or something. And then we kind of came across an opportunity where we were able to put that into motion, and just kind of went from there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you guys are talking and said, hey, how about this idea? You're doing stuff at home. He's doing stuff at home. And you guys said, hey, let's do something together. Who said it first? Michael, was that you or Donnie? Who was first to say, let's get together and do this? Who was first?
Well,
Who
it
brought it
actually stems from Donnie was at a party where he had our beer, and he met our third business partner, and the business partner proposed the idea to him, and Donnie called me kind of in like a little bit of an emotional tizzy, and was like, hey, we have to talk. Call me as soon as you get a chance. So I called him, and he was like, hey, we've talked about it. Do you want to do this for real? So we went and had a sit down conversation, and we decided like, yeah, let's do this, and started to think about location right away, and started scaling some recipes and getting ready for presenting our beer to the mass population rather than just friends and family.
Yeah. So Donnie, you called Michael, and the term Michael used was emotional. What did you call it? Emotional frenzy? What was that official term, Michael?
I think I left him like some cryptic voicemail, because he didn't pick up, and I was like something like the future of our brewing relies on this, something goofy like that, And
Right.
he called back, and he's like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, hey, I met this guy, man. We've talked about, what would it be like to open our own brewery? And I was like, I think we might have an opportunity here.
Right.
And then, like Mike said, we kind of met together, and a lot of that actually happened. We met at the building we're at now in Ambridge, because he was the investing partner, owned that, and he's like, I think I got a good spot. And we kind of started talking to some of the people down there, some of the other business owners, and it took us a while to get up and running from that point. But that was kind of what started it all. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And so you're doing that, and so Mario, as this is going on, right? Did you guys contact Mario in Monaca to say how about there? Did that come up at all?
They didn't.
They
Um,
did not contact him.
We did not, only because we already had a physical space kind of under ownership in the Ambridge area.
Okay.
So it kind of presented itself as an immediate opportunity rather than trying to seek out a physical space elsewhere. So it's kind of just honestly, part of it was a convenience thing, but also once we saw the physical space and kind of wrapped our head around the vision, we couldn't imagine it somewhere else almost, you know.
Okay. All right. And Mario, you left Monaca to come to Ambridge just because these guys were here. Is that what I'm hearing? Is that what I can piece together?
Yeah. We'll go with that.
And we'll get Kelly and Dalen. We're going to bring you in here in a second. But Michael and Donnie, but tell me now, you heard Mario at the beginning of the show say that much of the growth for Ambridge can be directed back at you because you were one of the first businesses to take a chance here in Ambridge. What are your thoughts on that? How do you feel about what Mario said?
It gives us a sense of a lot of pride, honestly. I can't say that we are the business. There are businesses there before us, obviously. But I do feel like we've seen that occur in other little towns. And, you know, that was kind of one of the visions we had when choosing Ambridge was we've seen it work elsewhere. So why not Ambridge? It has great bones, as we've always said. And now we're starting to see some of that turnover happen as we kind of envisioned, and it is really exciting to see. And don't let Mario get off with saying that he hasn't been a part of this, because we still go to him often about ideas that we have, and kind of he has helped us immensely. So don't. Yeah, I want to make sure he gets his credit too.
Thank you for saying that, because in the short time that I've known Mario, he likes to deflect the credit. He just wants to be the guy that's a connector, but I think he's the man also. He's the man. He's the man.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to go that far, but obviously, you know, so to speak, there needs to be a conductor in the band, and you know, I'm getting everybody. There you go. Bring out that trumpet.
Did somebody say band?
And we didn't rehearse this segue.
I like it. Now, Kelly, you're the manager, the brewing manager, right? You're the manager of the brewery, right?
New operator.
So how did the connection with you and Michael and Donnie, how did that come about?
So I had been following on Instagram just the story of this place, and I'm actually in the brew room right now, and just started following them and trying to see, you know, when it was going to pop up, when it was going to open. They did a pop-up tasting at Do It Best down in Ambridge, and I went and I was like, this is really good. When are you guys opening? Hopefully soon. And then I think not far after that, they posted that they were hiring. So I just like sent in my information and said, hey, I want to talk to you guys. And I started part-time just serving and beer tending. And then they brought me on full-time about a year after that. So yeah, that's it. I really liked the beer, and the guys were super cool. And I think the first person I met here was actually Paul, Mike's father-in-law. And he was like, hey, pour yourself a beer. And I was like, all right, cool.
And now, Kelly, tell me, you said you're in what? What's the room that you're in? Tell me, describe what's going on.
I'm sitting in front of some of our tanks here. So this is actually where they brew. So where Dalen and Donnie and Mike do all the brewing and stuff. But that's where I'm at right now. I'm here in the brewery.
You're in the brewery. Now, this is as close to being in the brewery as I've ever been.
There you go. See?
Here through the internet that Al Gore created years and years ago.
Yeah,
I am able to see this. And so and now you said that Dalen, Mike and Donnie, they brew.
Mm-hmm.
Dalen, tell us some about that. How did you get into brewing? Tell us some about you.
Sure. So, again, I'll give credit to Mike and Donnie as well. They opened during the pandemic, and I, like a lot of many other people, my business at the time was shut down or pretty restricted. So I had a lot of free time on my hands. And I was one of the buyers, so I was actively buying some of their product for growler fills and takeouts and things like that. And I kind of just approached them one-on-one, like, hey, I'd like to learn more about brewing. I'd like to get into it. And I just started coming down and kind of, was under their study for a couple years, learning how to brew. So, a lot of breweries, they go, they have the home brew route, and I got to kind of jump right into commercial brewing and learn hands-on that way. I just spent a lot of time behind the scenes with the guys, and fast forward 3 years, and now I'm one of the brewers there.
Right on, one of the brewers. That is great, good stuff. And Michael and Donnie were telling me before the show started that you have your own. Michael, Donnie, because I don't want to screw it up. I'll call it the wrong thing, and then I'll get emails, and you guys will call me and say it's not called this, it's called that. What is it? Dalen came up with what? Michael, Donnie, one of you, save me, please, save me. What is it called?
I think we should let her describe it.
Yeah.
She headed her first brew, so we're gonna.
All right. Wait a second. No. I got to give the full big intro now. Yeah. And this is your first brew. Is that the correct term? Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Now to hear directly from Dalen about her first brew, here's Dalen.
So it's so funny. The style of beer is called a bière de garde. And a bière de garde is it's a French beer. It's kind of in the Belgian family. And the guys, I'm not going to take credit for the name, but the guys decided that we name it Bière de Garde, which is a play on my name, obviously. So instead of D-E, it's spelled D-A-E. And we got to release that this past December at the end of the month there. It was really well received. And I think it's a big deal because when we talk about what brewing looked like historically, there weren't people like me who were brewers. You get, you don't get too many Black women who are in brewing, almost none. So to be able to have that platform and then to be one of the first Black females in, not just Ambridge, but in the city, in Allegheny County, in Western PA, to produce, design, and release a beer is, it's kind of historic, really.
Yeah, that's good stuff. Right on. Good for you. Thank you. Right on. And so with that, here's the thing that I want to talk about now. So you have your own, I'm going to screw it up again, your own brew.
Bière de Garde. Right? Bière de Garde.
Bière de Garde. And can folks go there now? You can go to Alter Genius and taste it now?
Yes.
Can you? Okay, good. I'm looking forward to coming there.
It's available in cans and on draft at both locations. So
okay, great. I'm looking forward to it. Right on. And Kelly, let's come back to you. Tell us about something that's coming up here. Tell me about Brilliant Pairings. What's that?
Yeah. So Brilliant Pairings is going to be on January 23rd, 1, 2, 3. And it is a time for us to kind of just show off the beers paired with some of the delicious food served here at Alter Genius, but stepped up a little bit. So we have our normal menu, and then we have our chef who will take it to the next level for this. So the last time that we did this, we do this a couple times a year. The last time we did this, Ben took us from summer into fall through the meal. It was really kind of cool. And I don't even know what he has planned for this one. It's going to be something really cool, but each pairing, each course is then discussed by the chef and the brewers. So they tell you why they chose this beer with this food, this dish, and then they talk about why that pairs well, and how a little bit about the style of beer and how they made it, and then everybody gets to enjoy it. It's 5 courses, and then so we take you from like a little appy to dessert. And we limit it to about 40 people, 40 to 45, depending, just so it is a little more intimate, and it is a chance for the brewers to show off a little bit, the chef to show off, and not show off, you know what I mean? And then to just discuss that and have that conversation with some people that maybe they want to know more, or they're really like kind of foodies, or, beer snobs, and they get to enjoy it.
Right on. This is great. Good stuff happening there. So let me make sure I'm understanding the scene here. So it caps out at 40 people, and it's on 1, 2, 3?
January 23rd.
January 23rd.
1, 2, 3.
All right. Yeah. Okay. And it's going to be 40-person max, right?
Around there. Yeah.
Around there. And so you're going to have 5 courses with 5 different brews.
Mm-hmm.
And the chef's going to show off a little bit, and the brewmaster is going to come out, and they're going to talk to the guest about why this got paired.
Yeah.
That's hot stuff.
You nailed it. Yeah.
That is good. Wow.
Yeah.
Listen to that. Go ahead.
This would be, I think, our 7th or 8th one.
Yep.
We do a couple a year, and they just keep kind of getting bigger and better.
Yeah. I like it. Nice. Yeah. Nice. And so if folks want to hear more, or do they need to make a reservation? Wow. How's that whole process go?
Yeah, we have tickets for sale on our website. So if they go to our website, we have the tickets are for sale.
Yeah. And your website is
sell out. So
there it is. altergeniusbrewing.com.
All right. Right on. Great. And tell me about this. Michael and Donnie, tell me about Spice is Right. Fill that one in. I mean, Spice is Right. I keep thinking about Bob Barker and that long microphone. Yep. This can be yours if the price is right. But I got a feeling that's not it. Can you go ahead, describe that to me? Tell me what's going on there.
You want me to take it?
I'll introduce it, but I think you got a little bit more of the details. But basically, the Spice is Right is going to be like a hot wing eating contest. Some of the guys that we've partnered with our ciders make their own hot sauces, and they get pretty crazy. But I'll let Mike talk about some of the details on that.
Yeah, so it's kind of like a combination of the show Hot Ones. If you've seen that, it's an interview where the wings get progressively spicier, and just a traditional hot wing challenge. So it's going to be 6 different sauces on 6 different, 6 wings with six different sauces getting progressively hotter as you go. We are going to have guests sign a waiver just because the wings are that hot. I think it's going to be fun, but also, we'll have beer and cider paired with the wings, but we may have to have some milk and bread on hand as well, just to help some people out. But it is our first time doing this. It's going to be on January 30th, and we're going to recommend that people get reservations set up for that as well, because we've already got a lot of people interested. So we're gonna be taking reservations and in person and on our website for that as well.
Now, how many levels of wing spice will you have?
So it'll be 6 varying, from like buffalo hot to like melt your face hot. I mean,
Mario, it sounds like the fire department's going to have to be ready to hose down some people after this.
I think the language that our chef used when we were talking about it was that there could be some multi-day intestinal issues following that.
Wow. Now, Dalen, have you come up with, I heard Mike say there might have to be some milk or some bread. Dalen, are you working on a brew that would substitute for milk and bread that you could roll out and have it ready by the 30th or 31st or whatever that date is, Daily? What do you got for us? Come on, I know you're working on something.
Absolutely not, Leon.
No,
Absolutely not. And I'll tell you this: the cider, we call it the cider guys. Their hot sauce is incredible, and I'm a hot sauce girl. Like I like hot sauce. They, some of their fermented stuff, some of it's chunky. It's all fresh from their various farms that they maintain and harvest from. But it is hot. It is hot. Like your ears are burned. So I'm excited for them and to see this, but I would stop at about a 2 or maybe a 3. I want no, but I know there are a lot of people who are into it. So it's going to be a good time.
now I might have to come just to record some of it. Is it in the disclaimer, in the waiver that it can be recorded? Is that in there as well?
I think it should be. Yeah, we'll have to do that.
Yeah, because then we could send a producer there and get some video. Where's my phone? We could get some video footage and then show it here on Wake Up Ambridge. However, I can't do it. Right, about as spicy as I can get is lemon pepper. Right, that's it.
Well, you can't do it, Leon.
So don't even try. I can't come and perpetrate. Don't even try it, huh?
Nope. Don't even try.
Like you guys used to have a peach habanero or jalapeno beer as well.
Yeah.
Kind of pairs with what we're talking here.
Now we have now we have red hot chili porter on tap. So it has a little bit of chocolate and a little bit of chipotle pepper in it. So that might pair pretty well.
I'm feeling the intestinal, whatever you called it. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it happen already. I'm feeling it happen. Hey, let me ask you this. So I'm a guy that just cannot handle alcohol. Don't misunderstand. That doesn't mean I get off and be a silly drunk. That's not what I'm talking about. When I have alcohol, check this out, Dalen, I need your help with this one too. If I take a sip of the non-alcoholic beer, like there's a couple of major brands out there, they got a non-alcoholic brew, I go like this. I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm out. I just cannot handle it. What do you have for me? I mean, can I drink something there at your brewery? What do you got for me?
So I think Mike talked a little bit earlier about our hop water, and hop water is kind of a newer thing all in of itself. And a lot of people drink it for just the health benefits as well. So the hop water that we brew is literally just a nice, clean, distilled water with some hop adjuncts. And then the hops are, they're plants. You still get, you get some of the, excuse me, I'm getting over what everybody's getting over right now. You get some of the flavor profiles from a lot of the hop character in the water. So it's very green. It's very refreshing. There's some citrus, some lemon, some lime. And it's almost like you're just drinking a healthy seltzer water, if you will.
Okay. I like it.
Leon,
zero alcohol.
Zero alcohol.
Zero alcohol.
Zero alcohol, 0 calories. It's just refreshing.
Good.
Lemon juice, hops. Yeah.
Okay.
Great.
All right. So now I'm good there, and you have wings, and you have more on your menu, right? Other than just wings, so I can come there. I can throw down a little bit and still have my what was it called again? Hop water.
Hop 2.0.
Hop water.
2.0.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now I know. Yeah.
The reason that we have such great beer and this great hop water is because it's made with Ambridge water. And Ambridge water, everyone knows, is the best. The best water.
Someone told me that a
true.
couple of weeks ago. They
It's
were
true.
saying it was about the pizza shops. That's because the water in the dough. Mario, what are you putting in the water?
Yeah, well, I wish I can take credit to that, but the Water Authority is run by a separate entity, the Water Authority itself. But the unique characteristic of the Ambridge water is, I believe it was in the 40s or 50s. There was a vision to create their own reservoir. The reservoir is actually, miles away from Ambridge in Raccoon Independence Township. They bought a bunch of acres there and made a man-made reservoir. And the Ambridge water is piped from that location there, miles away, to Ambridge. So it is a better quality water from its natural source. We're not pumping it from wells or a river intake from the Ohio River. So the quality of the water, the taste of the water, all the mineral characteristics are just better. We're one of the top water sources in the country. So
wow, this is amazing. And you say that's in Raccoon Township?
Yeah, Raccoon Independence Township. I believe the reservoir itself is over both those municipalities.
How about that? I went to college in Moon, dated a girl from Plum. Her parents lived in Cranberry, and now I can get water from Raccoon. Who knew? Who knew? All right there in Western Pennsylvania, folks. I like it. I like it. So, Michael and Donnie, last point of conversation before we go. So, you have your business here in Ambridge. Tell us about the community support. How has the community supported you? Tell us some things that are going on, and how have you immersed yourself? What else have you done other than just have the business? Tell us some about that too, because there has to be more going on than just beer, wings, and everything else.
I did want to add in there a little bit. You and Mario were talking about, businesses and the borough working with us. And I think that was a big part when we were getting started. Everyone was very helpful. Made a lot of it real easy for us to get through all of the applications and anything that we had to go through to get started. Like we talked about, Mike and I are both teachers. We're not businessmen, so this was all very new to us. And for us to get set up and get started, the borough made it real easy for us. And we still, like Mike said earlier, we still contact Mario whenever we have questions or about different ideas and stuff like that. So I just want to make sure that I put that out there too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right on. Appreciate that. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, I was going to say, some local business owners helped us out, obviously, when we were getting started. I'd like to just give a quick shout out to the guys and girls up at Bridgetown. So we were there a lot when we were doing our build out, and they did help us out a lot. But the community really rallied around us early, which was important because, like was mentioned earlier, we opened during COVID. So we had our grand opening scheduled for April of 2020, and obviously that wasn't possible. So we kind of just opened and did takeout sales for a while, and the community support allows us to still be here. Coming up on 5 years in May. May will be our 5-year anniversary, and we'll hopefully have a big party for that. So we'll have to talk to Mario about figuring out the logistics of how we throw a big 5th year anniversary party.
Yeah.
And the community support is what allows us to continue moving forward. And we opened a second location this past year, which has been a lot of hard work, but without the community support in Ambridge, that wouldn't have been possible. So
yeah. And you say your 5-year anniversary is in April, is that correct?
It would have been April if not for COVID, but we actually had pushed our grand opening to May.
Okay.
So May will be our 5th year anniversary, May 2nd, I believe, or May 3rd or something like that.
All right. Please let me and our producer Jay know when that is. We'd love to be a part of it, and if you have a segment here on Wake Up Ambridge and us be there, and let's all do some really cool things together. Let's do it. Let's do it. Go ahead, Mario.
Yeah, if I can add a comment, I think Mike and Donnie are being a little humble themselves here. They're great community collaborators. They actually brewed a unique hop beer for we had a recent bicentennial. We have an amazing natural or historic attraction landmark in Ambridge, the Old Economy Village. And they brewed a beer. I'm more of a wine guy myself, but I don't know the technical, but there's a grape vine that was actually on the grounds that's harvest, and they made a brew out of that variety of
Hop.
hop. I said whatever the hops. And Mike, Donnie, maybe you want to elaborate on that as well. That was, and then everything you do for their fundraising event for the Crush and Brew that, you guys are sponsors for that as well.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, anything we can be involved in the community, we obviously want to be involved in. The brew is really cool. Somebody actually was able to take the original hop vines from the property up at Old Economy and has them growing on his property up on the hillside. So we went up and harvested the hops on a brew day actually, and used them the same day as harvest in the brew. And the brew that we made actually was from the archives in Old Economy Village Archives. So we were able to find one of their old recipes. Somebody had translated it from German to English, and we were able to use all Pennsylvania ingredients in making a brew that, was kind of our modern interpretation of their original recipe.
Okay, right on. A lot of good things going on. And listen, Michael and Donnie, what I heard you say at the beginning of our show today was that you guys were talking about the dream of having your brewery, right? I heard you say that. And the dream has become reality. You're involved in the community, right? The community is supporting you as well. Kelly approached you and just kept saying, when are you opening? When are you opening? I want to be a part. I want to be a part. You provided opportunity for her, and now she's your operations manager. And you provided a very unique opportunity for Dalen, right? That she said, I'd like to learn more, and you taught her more. That's what I just so wish many businesses would do is bring folks in, teach them the business, and watch them flourish, right? I just wish so many more would do that. That's part of Wake Up Ambridge. Wake up, provide opportunities for folks just like you guys have done. You have a successful business, you have your second location now, but there's a much deeper story that I want everyone to catch here. You had a dream, a networking, a partnership brought you together with somebody else, created an opportunity, the operations manager, and now the brewmaster. Look at what's happening here. This is great, great stuff. I'm so happy for all of you, the opportunities that are here, and I hope others really catch what you're doing. This is good stuff. Y'all should I'm going to give y'all a high five right now. I'm giving you a high five right there. Giving you that high. Hey, audience, you can do it too. If you're watching on replay, come on, give them a high five. If you're in the audience, give them a high five because they deserve it. When next time you go in, make sure you tell them we saw you on Wake Up Ambridge, and congratulations for what you're doing, and thank you for what you're doing. Y'all are doing some really good things there at Alter Genius. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is great, and we look forward to being. I'm not coming for the wing deal for Spice is Right. I'm not. I'm just not. I'm not gonna do.
Well,
it.
you're gonna come and film it. You're gonna come and film it, Leon.
Okay, all right, it's done. It's done. We'll figure out how to make that happen. Everyone, thanks for watching another episode of Wake Up Ambridge. Our guests today were Mario Leone, the borough manager. We had Michael and Donnie, the owners of Alter Genius Brewing, the operations manager, Kelly, and one of the brewmasters, Dalen. Thank y'all so much for being here on the show. Thank you, everyone, for watching Wake Up Ambridge. Again, if you know of a business or an individual that ought to be on the show that would make a great guest, we could talk about them, their business, and the great things that they're doing in and around Ambridge, please make sure you let us know. And we really want to get some students involved. So elementary, middle school, high school, college student that has an interest in broadcasting and maybe even wants to do their own segment or should be featured here on Wake Up Ambridge, please make sure you contact us. You can go to the Leon Thomas Group website. That's the Leon leonthomasgroup.com is the website, theleonthomasgroup.com. Click on contact. You'll create a message. It'll come to me, and I'll make sure I make contact with you. Thanks again for watching another episode of Wake Up Ambridge. Everyone, all of our guests together, we'll give it a Wake Up Ambridge, and then we'll sign off. Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Wake
Up
Wake up,
Ambridge.
Ambridge.